Hi class, my name is Jada Stevenson and this is my introduction video. Um, for my field placement, for my first year, I winded up using my job because it's in the field and it was like a little more convenient because I do have to work full time. Next year, obviously I'm not using my job and I'm going to go part-time and um, I plan on being in the hospital and where I live in Delaware. So for this year, my field placement was my job, which is called Community Integrated Services, or CIS. And what we do is we are contracted with the state. We're case managers that work with people with intellectual disabilities, and we help them find employment and help them along with benefits like Social Security, SSI, SSDI. We also set them up with day programs, housing. We work with it's called Vocational Rehabilitation, or DVR, and then the Division of Developmental Disabilities, which is DDDS. So we all work together um, to empower people and help them find supported employment and help them maintain work and maintain a job. Um, so what I did was that's what I do, and I'm kind of like a job coach. But so for my field placement, I did more of like the counselor aspect, and which was helping to obtain those different services. Before that, I was more like a job coach, like I just supported them on the job. So those were some of the things that I did. Some experience working with families in my placement was that I worked directly with them in the process before they obtained employment, when they're the process of trying to get employment. Before, I would just work with them when they already had a job. But here I worked with families to, you know, obtain the resources that they may need in order to find employment or be eligible to work in the community. So I did work very closely with the families for the initial intakes, which is something new that I learned how to do. I would go to their home and meet their families or their main supports if they did not have family, and maybe they lived with an aunt or uncle. Maybe they lived alone in a group home setting with just residential staff. Some people, not everybody has family, unfortunately. So I'd also work with the people closest to them. We call them support networks and supports. Maybe it's not necessarily a blood relative, but it could be your power of attorney or your guardian, something like that. So we work closely with them to get them and assess them and get them to their assessments, get them to their meetings, help them meet all of their counselors, and just provide the resources and accommodations that they may need. It's all a team effort. It's all collaboration. At the end of the assessment, once I assess the results that I came up with, I'd have to collaborate with the family, the interdisciplinary team. It could be teachers, it could be psychiatrists, it could be nurses, aides, staff, anything. We'd all work together to come up with a vocational goal and implement strategies to help them be successful so that they can work. Um, so a little bit about my family structure. Um, I do consider myself having been raised by a single mother. My dad was around, but he didn't take a very active role in my childhood. We definitely have a better relationship now. He's remarried and has kids with his new wife, who I love very dearly. So I have two half brothers and a stepsister who I also love like my own sister. But my mom was definitely my primary support, who I depended on financially, emotionally. She definitely shaped the adult that I became. Um, so, in the role that I have played in my family is definitely like the support person, the person who, kind of figures out everything, the person you can depend on if you need help. So, um, yeah, so pretty much I'm there if anyone needs anything. My mom has recently become disabled, so I am a big support to her. I'm currently getting her set up. She just moved back to where I live. she lived across in the country in a different state, so now she's back here. So I'm kind of like using my work skills that I've already learned to like get her set up here. I understand a lot about Social Security now and disability and things like that, and so I'm working with her for those types of things. So she really does depend on me, and we're each other's rock. She's my rock emotionally, and I know about a lot of different resources and things like that. So that's kind of like my role. I'm like the mother hen, and that's like in everything in my life with like all my friends and everything like that. Who my one of my best friends I consider like a sister, so she's basically my family, and I'm like her mom. Um, Burning questions I have about family work. I'm not really sure about that yet. I guess I'd have to get a little bit farther in the class to think of to kind of know what I don't know. I guess I don't even know what I don't know or I'm just not really sure. I think like further along as we go through class and I kind of get deeper into what we're doing, I guess then I'll have more questions. I used to work as a family-based case manager in Pennsylvania, and where we did family-based therapy, so I learned a lot about family systems there. Um, so it would just be interesting. I mean, I wish we could do like an ending video so we can talk about like the difference between this video and towards the end of the class, because then I probably would have more questions. But at this moment, I'm just excited to see about what this class is going to be about and um, you know, the new things that I'm going to take away from it. Um, so that's it. I mean, I work with a pretty diverse population, and I've worked with a lot of different families, and I kind of just adapt to whatever family I'm with at the time, whether it's culturally or like whatever the family dynamic is. I kind of just adapt to that situation. And working with people with disabilities, you don't get the same person twice ever. So you just have to kind of adapt and you just go with the flow. Like you're gonna get a different person every day. You don't ever know what your day is gonna bring. So I'm that's really all I can say. So um, I appreciate you watching my video. I'm sorry it's super duper long. I ramble, but good luck to everyone, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.